Now in today's video, we're taking a look at an outdoor entertainment system from Anker that's going to change the way you watch movies in your home. As you can see, we're here in my backyard. I have a large 200-inch screen where we're going to be watching movies using the Anker NEBULA X1. But Anker didn't just solve the need for outdoor viewing. This solution also works incredibly well indoors as well. So you'll see indoor and outdoor performance. Not only is it about video, it's also about audio. This solution also includes a surround sound system that's going to blow you away. So let's get right to it. Now, this is probably one of the largest unboxings that we've done in quite some time. I'm going to go ahead and pop this open, show you what's inside the actual giant case we have here. A lot of accessories. And the first thing I just wanted to highlight is with this solution, with the NEBULA X1, there is a performance test, an optical performance test that is done with every unit. So you're able to see the actual overall performance of the projector as you receive it. So I really love the fact that they go through the certification process. Now, there's several things that you're going to get. Pull over to the side here. You have a satellite speaker system. You have the projector, which you're going to see in a couple seconds. A wireless microphone solution. And then what you have is also an inflatable couch. At least that's what they sent us. We also have a clapper board. You're going to see what that's all about. That's where you see the movies. You say, take one, take two, take three. It's just a really cool option, or at least solution there. Now, we'll pull this guy out so you can see what's going on here. It's kind of tight to get out. But what you're going to see in this video is this product here. So we're taking a look at the NEBULA X1. It's a 4K triple laser smart projector with incredible quality and performance. And you're going to see this powered on. You're going to see this in this outdoor setting. You'll see it in the indoor setting. And we're going to go over all the specs, but just a couple of things that I just wanted to highlight. Once again, 4K UHD, 3500 ANSI Lumens. It does have Dolby Vision. It has Google built in, so there's nothing that you have to do when it comes to being able to watch movies. You just plug it in and go. And it's ISF certified too. So a lot of cool, again, capabilities here that we're going to see in a couple seconds. Now, you do have also a surround sound system that comes with this. So your speaker, you'll see all the details on that in a little second. But here we have our satellite speaker system, right? So you're going to see that, how that works. We also then have a microphone system, which means that you're going to be able to use this like a karaoke system, which I think is also super cool. So here you have the wireless microphone system, and you can see it here. These are no-joke mics. Very, very nice-looking mics. Wireless, right? USB chargeable, and you'll be able to use these if you'd like to sing along, if you'd like to be able to do those kind of things included with this solution. Now, I don't know if this is going to be part of the retail package, but it was part of our kit. You do have an inflatable couch, which I appreciate. We'll get down the other side and pull that out, especially since we're going to be doing things poolside. You have this couch, and we'll pull it out. There you go. And this is definitely not going to be a no-joke couch. So we have a couch that we can leverage, and then we have this clapper board that they sent us. This is really fun. I would have loved if I started this out with the very beginning. So this is if you're watching the movies, take one, take two. Yep, we have ourselves a clapper board. So this is also something that is pretty neat. So this is everything that we received from Anker as part of this review. Let's take a closer look at the projector, and we'll take a look at one more accessory before we do that. And even though I have that giant travel case that I can, or travel trunk, what they also sent us was this. This makes it incredibly portable and also safe to transport your projector. You're going to see the projector, but literally, this is a cinema, an entire cinema. This not only will it carry your projector, but it's also going to have your speakers too. So let's first start talking about the actual projector itself, and we'll take a look at the specs. Now, this is a 4K triple laser, 3500 ANSI lumens. It's an industry-first liquid cooling system, and that's just something that's really important, that has an internal liquid cooling system, especially since you're going to be using this in the outdoor. Let's face it, it's not always going to be cool. You have the outdoor temperature, the heat, and then also the heat that's generating the projector itself will generate. So having an internal cooling system is important. You don't want to be watching a movie that all of a sudden have it power out because it overheats. So this is something that will prevent that from ever happening, and it'll keep this in good working order. It also has a 25-degree motorized gimbal. So what you'll see when we turn this on is that this lens actually shifts 25 degrees. That's really important too, because let's face it, many of you are not going to be walking around with a tripod to mount this. So if you put this on the ground, it will tilt 25 degrees to raise the image in that angle to give you a great viewing angle. And that's also something that's pretty spectacular. We're talking about 110% Rec 2020 compliant. You're looking at 5,000 to 1 native contrast, a 56,000 to 1 dynamic contrast, and then you are talking about a fantastic surround system. We're talking about 4.1.2 surround system. And it also is wireless, it's lossless. We're talking a total of 160 watts, and we're also looking at a 25 millisecond latency. So this is going to be great, especially if you're looking at action movies or even if you're singing karaoke. And guess what? It's going to do well in gaming as well. You're looking at 8 hours of power through these speakers. And so this is the wireless speaker system, and you'll notice that it's indicating right here that it's a left speaker, right? On the bottom, it has these foldable legs, and you can see the legs right here just fold in like this. And also, you have mounting screws here that you can use if you want to mount them in some type of solution, if you want to put them on a tripod, if that's something that you'd like to do. Very, very simple. Charge them, power them up, and you're ready to go. You also then have this remote control, and you notice that this remote control is a smart remote, and it has your smart buttons. So you can see that it is YouTube and Netflix certified, so you have Netflix in, and that's the full version of Netflix. You have Prime, and then you have obviously your standard buttons that you'd use in a smart controller. The brick itself isn't too large. It's a regular size brick, and you'd be able to power that. And then here's, again, the other speaker, and you'll notice that it does have a right indicator. So you're able to know right and left, and the system itself knows it too, as well as you're listening to music or watching a movie. Now we're going to be seeing this in action in a couple seconds, but I want to show you a couple of the cool things about this projector. First of all, it is compact, super compact for a laser. You push this right here, look at how this comes out. See that again? Let's see that again. This is cool. It just pops out really, really slowly. This is your handle so that you can carry it if you'd like to. When you power this up, there's a light beam, almost like a laser beam that comes out. You can see it has a really cool special effect. You have your power button. Over here, you have all of your, again, your inputs, right? Or in this case, in some cases, you're also looking at outputs. So you have your DC in, you have HDMI 1, you have HDMI 2 with eARC, you have USB-A, USB-C, and then you have audio optical going out. And then you can see that you have a really nice venting system going on right here. So really, really nice system. On the bottom, you have some rubberized feet, but then you also have the ability to mount this on a tripod. I have a weighted tripod, or it's more like a monopod, that I've been using this in our living room as I've been testing it. We can test it either standing or on the floor. I've actually ran, you're going to see many of the video, I would say, samples that you're going to see are from the projector being on the floor, leveraging that 25-degree actually angle view that you get out of this. And the neat thing about it is that when it does it, everything is automated. Just push a button and it sets itself up. It makes it really easy to set up an outdoor cinema. So you have, again, a front 40-watt speaker. You have up-firing speakers, right? 20 watts. You're going to get from all these other ones, and it's going to give you that entire kind of experience that we were talking about. It has flex wave sound tech. You have those 2 wireless microphones, and what you also have is Dolby Vision, as we talked about, Google TV, and by the way, IPX54. So this is also something that I think that is pretty incredible when it comes to the entire system. Now this travel bag is super convenient. It's kind of going to be very difficult for you to carry that trunk, although it would be super cool to carry the trunk. I do think that this is even more impressive because when people see you show up with this, you're going to say like, what are you bringing? And this is an entire cinema. So if you're looking at having a tailgating party, if you're looking at a football party, you're going to a friend's garage, you're going to their home and you'd want to use the wall or use a screen that they have, you can do it with this. And you can see right here, there's a lot of space here. So obviously your projector is going to fit here. You have your speakers here. You're going to be able to carry your mics, your power. Everything is going to go into this container. And you'll notice that it has right here, we'll bring this up on camera, it has these rubberized corners here that are going to protect your investment here from being impacted on any side. You do have some nice pouches right here. You have one right here for some accessories, and you have more over here from accessories. And notice as soon as you open this up, it kind of locks into place thanks to this. It's nice and soft on the inside. And then when you're ready to take it home, all you do is just put it in this little container just like this, zip it up, and you're ready to go. Now, as you can see, this projector does really well in even lit environments. And right now, it's still light outside. You can see the light source coming out through the sides of the window. And what we're going to do is go through some of the features that the actual projector has. Now, this projector is packed with capabilities or entertainment options for your entire family, not just viewing. But one of the things that I wanted to highlight before we go into the menus are some of the accessories that take this entire system to the next level. One of them is this microphone. So this microphone solution that you see right here basically is a fantastic option for those of you who love karaoke. And many people may not know this, but I'm going to show you something. If we go into YouTube, we're going to go into YouTube for a second, and I'm going to go into YouTube Music. I want to just show you something. Now, when you go into YouTube Music, and by the way, guys, you're not going to hear me singing. That's not happening. Nelda has a better voice than I do. But I'm going to go ahead and choose. This is one of Nelda's favorite songs. And we're not going to play it, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lower the volume on it. But I want you to see what happens in a special menu inside of YouTube, because with YouTube Music, with this system, this is literally a karaoke solution. So first of all, if I were to speak, check that out. I am speaking through the mic, and this thing is loud. So I have the projector connected, obviously. There is sound coming from the left and right channel, and it sounds like I'm in an auditorium. This is pretty spectacular. I'm gonna go ahead and change. There's a button. Let me show you right here. This button right here basically deals with reverb. So I'm gonna press it. And now this is a different reverb option. I don't know how much of this is gonna come through, but we'll see how much it comes through. I'm gonna go ahead and press it again, but before I do that, I wanna show you how it changed colors. All right, so now this is a different reverb option, and it sounds like I'm more in an auditorium. So I'm gonna press again. All right, wow, that's even louder. I'm gonna go ahead and make another change. Testing. Ooh, that's really loud. How about now? All right, wow, that sounds like it's a little deeper. That sounds closer to my voice. Let me do it one more time. How about now? Oh, we'll go with this one. All right, so the audio on this is pretty spectacular, as you can see here. This microphone, and it has two, really enables karaoke. Boy, that reverb is pretty high. Let me see if I can change that. Let me lower the volume a little bit. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. All right, let's try that again. All right, wow. Test. I'm telling you, you guys are going to have fun with this. So let's go ahead and let me show you some of the options that you have here. I'm going to get off the mic because the mic gets really loud. And I want to show you something that not many people know. I'm going to go into this video. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically pause it really quick. And I'm going to go over here to, notice right here, right next to the eyeball, right, where it says display. Notice a choice there. Notice how it says video or lyrics. I'm going to choose lyrics and choose this. Now, as this song plays, and I'm going to go ahead and play it, right? What you'll notice is that you're actually getting the lyrics to sing to the song as if it was karaoke. And that is something that many people don't know. I know when I talked to my family about this and I was showing Nola, she was like, really? So now you have the Nebula system is not just an outdoor entertainment solution, not just an indoor entertainment solution, but it's also something that you can use not just for viewing music, but also singing along with it as your family. So I think that that is something that is pretty crazy. And I was just floored when I started playing with the microphones and the surround sound system, because it's so loud. It is so, and it's not just loud as screaming loud, but it is high quality loud. And so music is discernible, highs, mids, and the bass is present. Nothing is overlapping each other. And then when you get this, it creates a total different experience when it comes to using a solution like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the mics, because the mics get pretty loud, which is good, but you can control that. So let's get out of this for a second and let's look at some of the menu options that you have here. So obviously this is Android TV or Google TV, and you have a lot of different options. So we're gonna go into the settings here for a second. So as soon as you go into the settings, you'll notice on the upper left-hand corner, you see your power levels. I turned off the mics, but there's two mics. One of the speakers, this is a very early version. is not charging. So I had to talk to Anchor about that. They're great. They're very responsive. It may be, again, I'm having a very early version. I don't expect this to happen to you, but you can see that I have one of the speakers. While the light is on, I'm not really showing that it is powered. And I'm just going to recycle it and see what happens. But you'll notice the other speaker is going, but you'll see them both there. Now, as we go into the applications, go back into settings. I want to show you some of the choices that you have here. And when you go in here, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. First of all, on the projector side, you do have this spatial adjustment. And this spatial adaptation is basically going to scan your wall and adjust the actual projector to your screen. And remember, this projector does have this tilt mechanism, which is pretty cool. I'm going to go down here and show you, you also can have spatial recall. So if you're putting it back in the same spot and you just want to recall a previous function, you can. You also have this autofocus. So all you do is hit the button and it is going to focus for you automatically, right? You can do manual, but you could just have it do its thing automatically. You have keystone correction, right? So you can do auto keystone correction or you can do manual keystone correction. I already have mine calibrated so you can see this is what keystone is all about. Love the fact that that's there. And if I come out of this, you can do screen to fit, which is going to do automatically. It's going to scan the wall, find the actual projection screen, and then align to it automatically. And the cool thing about this is that you don't have to be square to the wall. Love the fact that you can do this. And again, allows the projector to conform to the room, not really have a room that needs to conform to the projector. You have the ability to zoom and move the screen up and down, right? You have your eye guard, which I recommend you keep on, even if you have dogs, because if you have the projector on the floor like I do, literally it's on the floor. It basically, you don't want someone looking into it. It is a laser. Wall color adjustment. This is basically going to adjust to your wall and then make the color still pop, even if your wall is not white, right? So it's going to make that adjustment. Then you have some automations, right? And then you have some advanced settings. The automations are like if you have a pull-up screen, you have other things that you want to be activated as soon as you hit the button or turn on the projector. You do have your brightness settings, right? And if we go to picture, you can basically do a lot of things here. You can adjust your brightness. You notice that it's at 79. It's actually auto, right? So I have it doing it automatically. It's adapting to it. If I turn that off, basically whatever I change this to, like if I want to make this brighter, I can make this brighter, and it did get a little brighter right there. You have picture mode, you have 3D mode on there. You could do your black levels, your contrast, sharpness, all that stuff can be adjusted and just taken care of if that's something you want to do. You have your sound, and my sound here, it's set to movie, but you can set to any of the settings there and even adjust it. You can adjust your microphones as well, right? And there you have the microphone volume and all the different settings. You can have a chamber setting, you can have a plate setting, room setting, hall setting, electronic music setting, and then you can set up what your strengths are, right? And you could go, again, choose your voice changer. You could do default, you could natural or warm. I kind of like warm. It's more like what I hear when I'm doing my podcast, right? So I'll leave it at warm. And then you can turn off you can turn on Bluetooth speaker mode, which is just going to be working as a speaker. So again, pretty flexible and powerful when it comes to how the projection is going to work. Now, I want to show you where the projector is. It's literally on the floor. I'm going to power it down. And I want to show you how quickly this thing is going to power up. And I love that little laser effect that you saw there. I have it literally being powered by a little generator. And I'm going to turn it on so you can see. Right now it's in standby mode, how fast it went from standby to on. That's pretty fast. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to turn it off completely so you can see the difference with power off. So we're going to do a power off complete. You'll see the actual laser go disappear. Love that little special effect. And now the system is completely off. Now I'm going to turn it on from an off state. This is not a sleep state, but an off state. Turning it on. Now what you're going to see is the lens is going to come out. It's going to adjust because it does have that pivot option. And basically it is going to return back to its normal location automatically based on the previous settings that it remembered. And you'll see it. It'll just and then when it's done, it's done. So right now it's launching Google. The laser or the projector is ready to go, waiting for the operating system to catch up. And I'll tell you when the operating system is loaded. And we're going to say 3, 2, 1, and the operating system is fully loaded. So this is what you would expect from the setup experience, or at least turning it on if you turned it on from an off state. Now this projector does well in a variety of environments, both the outdoor and the indoor. And I just wanted to show you how the video quality compares during the day and during the night. So on the left side, you'll see on the screen, we have a nighttime setting. You can see by the shades on the left that it's completely dark outside. On the right side, you can see that it's still daylight. And you can see the difference in the overall performance of the projector. The projector does extremely, extremely well. Now keep in mind that the projector is sitting on the floor. Also that the screen that I have here is actually a screen that's not even designed for this projector. This is actually an ultra short throw screen. So the fact that I'm getting this kind of performance from, again, the brightness of this projector, and you're seeing the overall quality that you see here really speaks to the overall, I would say, light source, the engine of this projector and how well it's doing. So you can see once again, in the daytime, it is still very viewable. At night, it is incredibly vivid and eye-catching. And again, this projector is going to do well in a variety of settings. Given also the speakers and then also the packaging that you have, being able to take this anywhere with you, it's definitely a must-have for this summer, especially if we want to enjoy the outdoors or the indoors, as you can see here. Now, this is where this projector really shines, and that is in an outdoor setting. My backyard, I have an in-ground pool. It's not open yet because it's still cold. I should have it maybe in the next 15 days, but I wanted to showcase the overall performance of this projector. And what you see here is an elite screen, outdoor screen. It is weatherproof and it's designed for outdoor settings such as this. I have the projector around 20 feet from the screen, and you can see the overall image quality that you're getting here. It's just performing extremely well. With the satellite speakers, this really transforms any outdoor setting wirelessly into a theater. And this is going to be a great addition to any family. Now, this next test is really here to showcase the overall performance of the projector in a variety of settings. And you're going to see scenes that are rich and vibrant in color, like the ones that you see here, which actually highlights just the overall color reproduction of the projector. Look at this image. Love the fall colors, but love how vivid these colors are as well. And it really highlights how well the colors come through when it comes to the projector. But not only that, but this projector also highlights the brightness settings. And do you lose detail when there are super bright scenes? You could also see with this projector how well it does in dark scenes and how much detail is retained in those dark scenes, and over the overall vividness of all the colors that are coming through. Motion blur as well. Do you see any latency, any kind of lag, any stuttering coming from the image? All these things are coming through when you look at the overall performance of this projector. So these scenes that you see right here, part of my standard test when I look at projectors, just to overall see how well this projector performs. And I'll tell you, when people see projectors like this on our wall or on a screen or in an outdoor setting like this, the comment is, I've never seen anything that looks this vivid. And I have to tell you, that is very true for what you're seeing here. The overall color quality is just spectacular, and love how surreal, how realistic actually the information or the screen that you're seeing right now, the imagery, the animals, the scenes just come through. This is just performing extremely well. So guys, that wraps up our review. See you in the next video.